A few years ago, we never thought this would happen, and by that I mean this, Jordan 1s being easy to cop once again. And thank God, because these right here are really good and might just be one of the most underrated Jordan 1s to drop this year. My name is Josh and I will be reviewing the Jordan 1 Starfish. So what is good, guys? And very quickly, if this is your first time here, my name is Josh and I do all types of sneaker content, at least 3 videos a week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for a lot more content, check out the socials and the podcast. All the links are in the description. So let's get into these right here. I've been waiting on these, the Jordan 1 Starfish. So they released early here in Europe. The official release date in North America is October the 27th. Mark your calendars. For a retail price of $180. And no, that is not a special price for this shoe. That is just the new regular retail price. Maybe that explains part of the reason why Jordan 1s have been sitting lately. I mean, these retail prices are getting ridiculous. As of right now in Europe, they're still available in a full-size run on the Sneakers app, and they did release in woman sizing only, and unfortunately for big feet gang out there, these only go up to a men's 10.5, which is a woman's size 12. Let's get into it, starting off with the box. So you get this reverse Jordan 1 box here where the red is the main color and you have black on the lettering. Surprised that we didn't get an orange box here. That's something I would have loved to see. And getting into the shoes, the official colorway is white, Starfish, Cacao, Wow, and Sail, aka the most perfect fall colorway you have seen on a Jordan 1 this year. And fans of this model, you might recognize this colorway as something quite similar to one of the most iconic Jordan 1s ever, the reverse shattered backboard, which in my opinion is a top 5 colorway. The main difference on this shoe, of course, being that there is no black color on this, but you can definitely easily customize these. I've already seen some people do that on Instagram and it looks really good. And for any NFL fans out there, you might have seen this shoe and thought, why did they just call these the Jordan 1 Cleveland Browns? Because this is pretty much done in exactly the Cleveland Brown colors, the brown and orange. One thing I noticed right out the box is that these actually came pre-laced, which is not something normal for a Jordan 1. I don't know why personally, because I don't really want to waste time tying up my shoelaces when I first get them. But I believe they came this way because the shoe does come with these 2 extra hang ties here. One is done in this nice brown leather. You have a Jumpman logo on one side and a basketball on the other. And you also get this second leather hang tag done in a nice orange color with the brown lettering on the Nike Air logo. Another thing I noticed as soon as I looked at the shoe was this little bit of extra stitching done on one of the panels. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of that is, what the meaning of that is. If anyone knows, leave a comment please. It really isn't noticeable at all, to be honest, so it's not a big deal. You definitely won't notice that when you have it on feet. The Nike Air logo on the tongue looking very nice and clean in that orange color. The Wings logo this time done in that brown or Cacao Wow color, and you might notice that the Wings logo is slightly smaller on this pair than it normally is on Jordan 1s. I gotta say, it's just my opinion, but I absolutely love this colorway on the shoe. A lot of people might say they wish that the panels weren't done in brown, that it was black instead. But I disagree. I really like the brown on this. If you're into fashion, you gotta love this time of the year, and there hasn't been, I think, a more fall looking Jordan 1 than maybe these Rookie of the Years you're seeing back here, one of my all-time favorites as well. What do you guys feel about this colorway? Let me know. Would there be something that you'd rather change about the colorway, or do you like it the way it is? Leave a comment. The laces that you get with this pair, so you get the standard Starfish colored or orange colored laces, and additionally you get an extra pair of white laces, which definitely would look good on the shoe as well. Too bad they didn't give us any brown laces. If you want to also try to switch up the look a bit, give it more of that vintage type of aesthetic, you can go with these Sail laces, which you can of course cop from my store, Elevate Laces. Link is in the description. We do ship worldwide. Perhaps my biggest complaint with the shoe, however, has to be the sock liner. So they gave us a white sock liner here, which I don't understand why, because white sock liners, they tend to, you know, look a little bit dirty, look a little bit brown after a bit of use. And I also just think it doesn't really go with the shoe. They should have just kept that in that Cacao Wow color, and I feel like it would have completed the shoe much better. I'm never a fan of white sock liners, and especially not on this colorway. Moving on to the quality of the shoe, and that is another plus point with this because you're getting some pretty decent leather all over, especially the orange panels. You can see it's done in this nice tumble leather. It's pretty comparable in my opinion to the Taxi ones, and I would say overall it's pretty above average leather for a Jordan 1. Definitely not much to complain here. When it comes to sizing, so this is unfortunately the biggest disappointment of the shoe for me. Like I said at the start of the video, they only made this up until a men's 10.5. And my size is a US 11, so I did get this in the biggest size possible. So I do have a men's 10.5 right here, and unfortunately, it simply is a bit too tight for me. I was thinking, hey, I like this colorway so much that I might even put up with the little bit of tightness, but after wearing it around the house for a bit, the tightness is just way too uncomfortable for me. So unfortunately, I won't be able to add this to the collection. But if you do have a 10.5 and below size, my suggestion is to go with your true size unless you have wide feet, because women's pairs in general are slightly narrower than men's. So if you have wide feet, go a half size up than normal. Overall, the Jordan 1 Starfish, are these a cop or a drop? I feel like a couple of years ago, these would have been an instant sellout. I'm glad it didn't, because this is a great option for the fall time. You're getting some nice smooth leather as well. And what I do like about this pair is that I feel like it can go with a lot of outfits. Pretty much any type of outfit you wear in the fall time, this shoe will complement it really well. And personally, that's what I'm all about, buying shoes that you're actually gonna wear, not just store in your basement somewhere. And this is definitely one of them. Man, I wish they made these in my size, but it wasn't meant to be, I guess. But in my opinion, the Jordan 1 Starfish, these are definitely a cop. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about this shoe? And once again, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you're following the podcast on Spotify and Apple Music. The links are in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.